All right, folks. It is 4/23/2024, 7:36 a.m. in the morning, and let's see. I've been doing that resistant starch thing, and it just ain't working out. It's not the miracle weight loss I hoped it would be. In fact, it may be hurting me more than it's helping.
Your weight is 329.2 pounds.
Alright, so that is the most I've weighed throughout the month. I seem to be fluctuating between 330 to 320. So within that 10-pound range, I've been fluctuating back and forth. But what worked the most during the beginning of the month, if you can remember correctly, was I got under the 320 just by counting calories and eating whatever the heck I wanted, combined with the intermittent fasting. So now that I got the gaming thing going on to help keep my mind off of food during the night, because that's been pretty effective lately, wrapping my mind into something else. So I'm going to go back to my original approach, and yeah, we'll go from there. Starting today, get ready. Fixing to go to Taco Bell, get me some breakfast burritos. I've been missing them. Alright, so I just want to start by saying it may not be all the fault of resistant starch, because I kind of ate things I wasn't supposed to along with it. Like I ate a big bowl of potato salad that's been in the refrigerator for 24 hours. I got my mother-in-law to make on Sunday. Day before that, I had some beans. I've had computer issues, so I've been away for a bit. I had to get me a new computer tower. Every time I tried to upload for a while there, things was crashing. So I kind of just let things go. Just aggravations in life in general will make you do that. So I didn't stick with it specifically like I did in the beginning with the just the pasta. And honestly, it's too hard with my busy life to try to have things prepared ahead of time, which I think would work if I could, pull it off, but I can't, at least not right now. And even with that, none of it works without the intermittent fasting, some time away from food. Like I said, there's two methods of diet that actually work. Zero carb, you can go zero carb and all meat. We've known about it since I've been alive. I've seen people do it, way back in the 70s and 80s, on high protein diets. It's nothing new. And also calories, the basic rule of thumb back in the day was 1,500 for men, 1,200 for women, or boys, girls, whatever you want to call it. Men can have a higher metabolism, so they can eat a little more. At least that's what they said back then. Nowadays, you can get on calorie calculators, and they will like I've calculated mine before, and I think I landed somewhere around 2,700 calories that I could have in a day just to maintain. So I always try to go by 2,000 and under, going by that logic. It makes sense to me because everything's based on a 2,000 calorie a day diet anyway. That's my preferred method. And then, like I said, the only other method that works as effectively is zero carb. Absolute zero carb. But then, you really, really get sick of that after a while. I don't think it's sustainable. And for me, it's not the choice I am going with for sure. Back in 22, I did it with calories. And, hey, that's what I'm going to do again. Eventually, as soon as life's hiccups quit getting in my way. I've had a lot on me lately. So, if you think about, about jumping on me in the comment section, back off. But, anyway, I got this gaming thing going on. I'm going back to the calorie stuff. Starting today. Alright, folks, so I am getting my day started now. I drank me some black coffee while I was talking to you in that last little session that I did on the camera. And it turns out, that coffee has all kind of, weight loss benefits and stuff, increasing stomach acid and, helps with satiety and all kind of stuff. Plus it's a diuretic, that helps with weight loss. Does it have an effect on cholesterol at all? I cut my phone off. I thought it was on. I'll ask Google in a minute, but I think it has a small benefit on lowering cholesterol, if you drink it moderately. And I think it actually can raise it a tiny bit if you drink way too much of it. So they recommend maybe no more than about 3 cups a day. And I have an issue with, God, I got stuck at that red light. The sun is glazing on y'all. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, they have, like every dieter out there are your main diet talkers out there. Are your main, contributors to diet information out there. They all agree that coffee, is kind of a good thing. I guess some of them don't. But, the carnivore people and stuff like that say it's good. And I say it's good too. My problem with coffee is it gives me a little bit of anxiety and heart flutter, which can be scary, but is nothing, too major. So, coffee consumption is something I definitely don't want to overdo it on. But it is something I also used in the past to help with weight loss. And I just want to let you know that I'm going to get on the coffee kick again. And, a couple of black cups of coffee a day. Maybe even throw in some caffeine-free in there, because I've looked into caffeine-free, and it has the same type of benefits, as the caffeinated version, as far as increasing stomach acid and, helping with getting everything flowing. All your carnivore people talk about out there in keto, they be throwing butter in their coffee. Yeah, I ain't going to be doing none of that. Why would I want to ruin a good black cup of coffee? Why would I want to, burn up some, why would I want my coffee to burn up some fat, in the drink? Well, I wanted to burn up what's in here, so to me that makes more sense, common sense, but like I say, they promote it, and the reason they do is because it just, if anybody has any weight loss, because they drink coffee along with, the diet they're promoting, of course they're going to say, oh yeah, that's great. All right, folks, I finally got my burrito. I'm back. I had a phone call. Sorry about that. I don't even remember what I was talking about before the phone call. I'm sure I'll get around to it some other time. But I'm kind of grateful for these Taco Bell cheesy rice and bean. Well, this ain't cheesy rice and bean. This is a breakfast burrito. It's actually lower in calorie than the cheesy rice and bean. I can't remember what the exact calorie amount is on it. I will post it though up here somewhere for you to see while I'm talking to you right now. I'm trying to get somewhere where I can talk without, too much, noise and interference. Because right now, everywhere I go, it seems like there's something messing with me. Like over there, they're mowing grass. So I'm trying to get sit still for a second so I can do my video, talk about my burrito, talk about what we're doing. We're doing what works. Because look, y'all, I'm about to hit 330 pounds, as you saw. So I'm going back to what works. When I was doing this method here, I cut it all the way down to 316. I just got aggravated. Look, I got a lot going on. My life is complicated. I mean, so complicated, more complicated than most. I got two special needs children of my own. One in their late teens. The other one is about to turn 30 years old. But I got responsibilities, that's going to last me, until I can't do it anymore. Because, God gave them to me. I'm going to take care of my responsibilities until I no longer can. That's just the way life is for me right now. On top of that, I've, been involved with my mother and her situation, going through the Alzheimer thing. So that happened. My wife and our new Ford Bronco, she had a fender bender about a week ago, and that happened. And then my mother went into the retirement facility for 20 days to do rehab from the heart stuff that she had going on last month. So I've had a lot of stress going on. So that's what keeps me breaking. I've been doing good and I break it, for a reason. I have family members, and my mother had a birthday party this past Saturday. So I participated in that. Pizza, freaking messed with the whole resistant starch thing I was doing, pizza, birthday cake. And it could be her last one, so I participated in that. Because, I wanted to be there. But the month started off good. I was on a roll. I was on a fast track to hitting under that 300 calorie mark. And this was the way I was doing it. Now this is the one with the egg and potato and cheese in it. So you got your potato, got your egg and your cheese in there. And instead of potato, I could have got it with sausage. I could have got it with bacon. I could have got it with steak, but it would cost me extra for the steak that is not worth it. The steak ain't worth it. Don't do it. So they give me an upscale water, and they did charge me 10 cents for the water this time, which brought the cost up to about $1.20. I'll take it. I like the bigger water anyway. Probably to account for the cost of that cup. I'm willing to bet those taters that they put on this are frozen, which means they would acquire some resistant starch and then heat it up. So I'm getting a little bit of benefit from that resistant starch in this burrito. I'm not sure if they keep the shell stored in the refrigerator or not. That's a good sandwich right there for breakfast. I like it a lot. Look at all that scrambled egg right there. That was a good bite. Good bite of egg and cheese right there. But yeah, I got to go with what works. And this works for me along with the intermittent fasting. I've been watching other people talk about Mediterranean diets, and they'll be saying all kind of things about that, you know. But I throw intermittent fasting in there. I watch carnivore diets, throw intermittent fasting in there. The diet experts, you know, they'll be throwing intermittent fasting in there, some kind of fasting or cutting down. If you're not losing, cut down. So apparently, you know, some sort of cutting down has to happen no matter what diet you're on. And when I do that, I show you results of success. Usually when you haven't seen me doing a video in a while, I might be messing up. Which this particular time, I would have told you about it, but I've had computer issues going on. I was watching one video of a carnivore expert earlier this morning, and listen to this stuff now. This person, I ain't gonna say who it is. They got a pretty good bit of influence, so we'll just put it that way. And they all say the same thing. Like, man, I eat all these tomahawk ribeyes and ribeye this and ribeye that and New York strip, and you know, I can't even afford the leanest cut of steak, which is sirloin. I mean, I can afford all of those things, but not to the extent of eating it every meal. These people got money coming in, you know. I earned my first check with YouTube. It was $130. It took me darn near 2 years to get it. 2.5 years to get it. Oh my goodness. And usually they don't pay out but $100 a month, you know, if you draw not $100 a month, but $100 at the beginning of the month, providing the fact that you have $100 built up in there. It might take me another 3 or 4 months to build up another $100 in there, because, you know, I don't have the subscription base yet, or the views coming in for it. But they do. And they be talking about, hey, if you can't afford it, there's cheap ways you can do carnivore. I mean, it's okay to eat nothing but hamburger meat if you want to. Or I know some people that do very successful eating bologna and hot dogs. I'm thinking, really? Look, if I'm gonna do that diet, I got to have the steak, you know, and the high-end products, you know, for me to be at least happy on it, you know. I don't see myself getting on here every day. Look at me. I'm gonna choke down this whole package of hot dog wieners and this whole pack of bologna, and we're gonna lose weight today. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. And then, you know, I see other people like, oh, you got to buy this certain kind of hot dog wiener because it's got the leastest carbs and is the most healthy for you. Got the less of all those ingredients in there that you ain't supposed to have, and this and that. And they cost more. No, just no. Alright, folks, this video has been pretty long. I'm almost back to the house now. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one out so everybody know, hey, look, you know, I'm
I'm going back to my original thing. Resistant starch may be a part of that, though. Now that I think about it, I can get them cheesy rice and bean burritos, and beans are starch, rice is starch, the burrito shell is starch. I could have a couple of those sitting around in the refrigerator, to eat at a lower calorie cost. Warm those up, get the benefits from the resistant starch that way. I think that's a good idea. Also, the breakfast burrito with a potato I just ate. Yeah, have a couple of those sitting around, from time to time. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to put this one out there. I may put out more videos today I may go do some reviews. I am jonesing to get back into the review side of things, just monitor my calories and do some reviews, and, still continue to use resistant starch as a part of it as we go along, as long as it's calorie based. I can eat anything, frozen, like one of those Michelangelo's frozen lasagnas. Resistant starch is already in those because they're frozen. Warming them up just gives the benefits of the resistant starch and the calorie amounts listed on the back. Helps me to not go over. Alright, y'all, I'm getting ready to have some fun. Y'all getting ready to have some fun with me? We're going to drop some weight, eat whatever the heck we want, and, try to do better this time. I mean, Lord have mercy, I got to quit yo-yoing for sure. Got to quit yo-yoing. The only way I'm going to do that is to wrap my head in the game and quit getting aggravated at life's little stresses that it throws at me. That is my biggest downfall right there, more than anything else. Alright, folks, that is all I have for this video. So, until the next one, you folks have a good one.